some other important concepts. As I go through the core themes, and what you need to think about as you work with, find that right balance of either helping them to stay in the organization or helping them leave, or somewhere in the middle, recognize that there are a number of things going on with each of us. And one of the things that keeps people in their job, even when one of those three principles is missing, is what I call clutter. And clutter is anything that gets in the way of having clarity. So where I operate in Portland, I'm right on the waterfront there, sometimes the fog is right up to my window, and you can't see out. But I know that out there is DeMillo's restaurant, the marina, etc. But when that fog is up there, I can't see. I have no clarity. People have lots of clutter. And clutter comes in many forms. It's both real and imagined. You want to take a shot at some examples? Clutter gets in the way of clear thinking. Keeps people stuck. What might be some examples in the course of what we're talking about today around retention? Why would someone stay in a job that they either don't like the people, or don't like the company anymore?
They don't think they'll get another job.
They don't think they can get another job. They don't have the confidence to leave. That's clutter. Keeps them stuck. Other examples.
For the breadwinner.
You're the breadwinner. You got it. A lot of pressure? Okay. What else? Clutter. Gets in the way of us being able to think clearly about what we want to do.
Lack of self-esteem.
Lack of self-esteem, exactly. 2 kids in college, 1 on the way. How can I possibly think about leaving my job or going to the boss and letting them? Okay? What else could I do? I've been doing this for years, right? What else? That's clutter. Clutter is, I don't want to really be vain. And we love Freeport, we love the community. Therefore, I'll put up with this miserable job because other clutter.
Perceived sense of failure.
I'm sorry?
A perceived sense of failure.
A perceived sense of failure. People absolutely stay in their job because I saw this young gal, I think I can say young gal, 23 years old, was referred by her father a couple of months ago, works in a company down in southern New Hampshire. She's on the phone all day dialing for dollars. She's a Colgate graduate, very bright young woman, very, very sharp, very, very talented. Working 10, 12, 13, 14 hours a day. Totally fried. Crashes on the weekend. She has a boyfriend, but they don't see much of each other because she is so burnt. All right? Making a lot of money, but afraid to leave the job because she's only been there 9 months. How's it going to look at my resume? I said, you're 23. You got the rest of your life to be miserable. This is not a time, all right? But she has this strong work ethic and these values, right, that are now hurting her. So she leaves my office after 2 hours of my lecture to her. She said, you know, I had the same thing for my father. So, clutter. It was getting in her way. And she was suffering migraines, backaches, not sleeping, all these kind of physical symptoms. Why? Okay? All right, so clutter is a big problem for all of us, all right? And we need to, as consultants, we need to get to understanding what the clutter is that's keeping this person stuck, all right? Clutter is not bad or good, it just is. Okay? What we want to get to with our clients is clarity, so they can make better decisions. We can walk more straight and more clearly if we have good vision, right? So clarity. This is our job, help managers, leaders, co-workers get to a point of clarity. It's not easy, because the clutter is really powerful stuff. Ray, I've only got 4 or 5 more years to go, and I'm out of this, I'm retired. I say, I know, but what guarantees you ever going to live another 4 or 5 years? You want to be miserable? Clutter is, I'm 35, I've been in this profession, how could I change my career now? Yeah, I'd love to be a school teacher. I've had lawyers. I'd love to teach school. I'd love to coach after school. I can't make $100,000 teaching school. Clutter. It's amazing. It's what we identify when we do our work. And because, as I said earlier today, many of our clients, if not most of them, are bright, talented people, once you get into clarity, you're home free. Okay. One of the things that we have to do when we work with people to help them make decisions about retention or whatever is, you got to get them into a mindset change. You got to get them to think a little differently about things. Okay. So I'll say to people, what do you mean? You got an MBA. What makes you think you can't get another job? Of course you can. Okay? Well, I'm just this person from Brewer, Maine. What do I say? Look at. So you have to help people change their mind, shift their thinking a bit, open it up. Okay? I mean, it's amazing. I have a woman now. She's 47 years old. She's a senior HR person. She's making a lot of money. Quit her job a year and a half ago. It's the most exciting story of the last couple of weeks in my life, in my professional life. She took a year off after leaving. She came to see me a few months ago, trying to get some clarity. She's now teaching ethics at St. Joseph's College. Loves it. Okay? She's going to a foreign country in early 2006 as a Fulbright scholar teaching at a university there. Okay? So instead of, when she left her job a year and a half ago, instead of getting right back on the treadmill again, she took some time to reflect, get clarity about what she wanted to do. She's earning a quarter of what she had earned before, teaching, and she's going to head up the Career Counseling Center at St. John's. She's happy, happy, happy. And what she wants to do, her goal, her primary core theme, is changing the way women are perceived in the workplace. She wants women to have more equality. She wants to help women with low confidence gain that confidence. And she's doing it through her teaching. She's on a phenomenal mission. Possibility, I think I mentioned that a couple of times today. You've got to get people to take personal responsibility. Is this the way you spell it in Milwaukee? All right. At least we know what it means. Choice. I'm going to take a hard line here, and I won't have much time for you to attack me on it. But basically, we all have choices. The only people, and Dennis knows this, and Nancy knows, the only people I excuse from not having choices are young people, little kids, right? Because we make most of the choices for them. People who are severely impaired mentally, and some mental illness, or people who are dead. Everyone else has to take responsibility for their choices. Think about it. All right, it's very important as you work with people, because everybody wants to blame someone else. I didn't get the right consultation from the HR person, whatever. See, if my boss had only, whatever. Oh, wait a minute. Nobody makes the choices for you. You choose to do it, nobody else. And this is so important because that leads them to taking responsibility. It's really simple. I don't want to hear that you had a tough upbringing. Okay, fine. So what? That explains it, doesn't excuse it. Doesn't excuse your behavior. Life is short, so why not do what we love to do it with who we like, and do it where we like. And I move on here, but Dennis has heard this story. 2 years ago, I was heading to work. It was 6:30 in the morning. I'm stopping at the lights, getting onto the highway, and I'm hearing a news item from the night before. A gentleman about 69 years of age was killed the night before by a drunk driver. Right? This happened in the Biddeford area, Biddeford Saco area. He was coming from the last day of his work. He had a retirement party. Remember that? Had a retirement party that night, a going away party. He was coming home. As I'm sitting there at the lights in my car, there were two thoughts that came to mind. One, I said a quick prayer for his soul. Okay? Secondly, I thought, I hope that he loved what he did. Because if he was waiting for that last day, so that the very next morning, he could go to the Grand Canyon in his new RV with his wife, or he could go visit his kids in Seattle, or his grandchildren, or he could whatever. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Did you know that?
No.
Okay. Or he just wanted to spend time in his garden. He never got to do it. guess what, folks? And we all know this. And I'm not saying it the first time to you guys. There are no guarantees in life. So life is short. It gets shorter every day. Let's do what we really want to do. We'll have a greater impact on the people around us. This place we call work, that's where we are most of the time. Let's do it the way we want to do it. Let's find a place that works for us. And the process of Core Themes is really all about what I call getting to know you at a deeper level. And once you get to know you at a deeper level, you're able to help people make a better decision. Okay? Those are some concepts that I introduce to people in the Core Themes work. So you get them past the superficial, well, how are things going? Oh, yeah, not too bad. Well, you've got to go deeper. Okay? And you've got to talk about some of these things. Because people are there. I think it's epidemic in our society that people are not happy with what they're doing. I think it's epidemic. It's amazing. And I don't understand it. Why would you spend all that time doing something you don't want to do? You know, or doing with people you don't like? You don't invite people you're home for dinner that you don't like, right? So, anyway, it's about control. That's a rapid kind of quick, you're going to have a much more detailed. But questions, responses, because it's a little different way of thinking about things. Again, retention. What we want to do is keep the best people, but we've got to approach these areas. Understand that if somebody's not working out in some, whatever reason, clutter. There's some clutter there. All right? They're hanging on, they lack confidence, they're making too much money. Something is going on that's keeping them in a job that they're not performing well. Okay? Shall we move on?